CBD for kids. Hi, this is Dr. Nicole Cain, and today we're going to talk about CBD for kids. Cannabis is a hot topic today as it is filled with controversy on whether it's overall good or bad for your health. In this video, we have taken some of the leading research on cannabis as it specifically relates to CBD for kids with anger, anxiety, and depression. The first step in understanding if CBD for kids is good is to understand what CBD is and how it works. So let's ask the first question. What is the difference between hemp and marijuana? Cannabis is a generic name for a group of flowering plants in the Cannabinaceae family. There are three main species: Cannabis indica, Cannabis sativa, and Cannabis R. Hemp is a Cannabis indica variety of cannabis, and it contains 0.3% or less THC content. Hemp is used to make alternative milk, rope, textiles, and clothing. Marijuana is a form of cannabis that contains more than 0.3% and even up to 30% of THC. Hemp will not get a person high, whereas marijuana may because of the higher amounts of THC in the marijuana species. Comparing hemp to marijuana is similar to comparing oranges to lemons. While they're both citruses, they are not the same fruit. What is CBD and what are cannabinoids? There are multiple different types of cannabinoid chemical compounds, and cannabidiol, aka CBD, is one example. Endocannabinoids come from your body, and phytocannabinoids come from the cannabis plants. All of the CBD available on the market that you can find online and at grocery stores is derived from hemp, which is Cannabis indica. CBD is a cannabinoid that is a product that interacts with your endocannabinoid system. Your body makes its own cannabinoids, which behave similarly to the cannabinoids from plants. So you might be wondering, what is the difference between CBD from hemp versus CBD from marijuana? CBD can come from either hemp or marijuana. Interestingly, the CBD molecule and its pharmacology are the same regardless of if it was taken from hemp or marijuana. In summary, there is no difference between CBD from hemp versus CBD from marijuana. So let's talk about how do cannabinoids work. Cannabinoids like THC, CBD, and others function by interacting with your endocannabinoid system, or ECS. Your ECS is made up of three parts: cannabinoid chemicals, whether from a plant or from your own body, your body's cannabinoid receptors, and enzymes that break down cannabinoids so that the body can use them. The ECS's main job is to help keep your body in balance, which is also known as homeostasis. The ECS regulates your metabolism, mood, body temperature, blood sugar stabilization, and so much more. Therefore, if your symptoms are caused by an issue with your ECS, treatments that support and balance the ECS may be life-changing. How does CBD work in treating anger and rage? As mentioned, cannabidiol, aka CBD, comes from the hemp plant, and it is important in regulating your body's homeostasis. CBD has also been shown to be extremely effective in treating anger and rage. There are several things that go into a person being angry. Their cortisol, which is a stress hormone, may rise. Their fight-flight response may become enacted. Then the hormones norepinephrine and epinephrine spike, all causing increased levels of agitation and anxiety, both emotionally and physically. In a study by Zuardi and colleagues in 1993, they looked at cortisol levels and how CBD can affect them. What they found was that cortisol levels decreased at even greater amounts in participants given CBD. CBD reduces cortisol stress hormone and can help you quell the symptoms of your fight, flight, and freeze response associated with anger, anxiety, and stress. CBD can also reduce epinephrine and norepinephrine hormones associated with intense anger and anxiety. For example, In a study in 2001, CBD was found to decrease adrenaline, which is the hormone epinephrine. CBD has been shown to help anxiety in research. In a study in 2011, they found that taking CBD reduced actual and subjective or perceived anxiety. CBD can promote homeostasis by reducing excessive adrenaline and therefore decreasing a person's anxiety, anger, stress, and other symptoms associated with fight, flight, and freeze. So, what does this all mean? When these hormones are out of balance, it can vastly affect your mood. In addition to the amazing anger and anxiety reducing effects, CBD can relieve depression. A study by Lynch and colleagues in 2016 found that CBD increased serotonin, your happy hormone in the brain, which produced an antidepressant effect. A question might be coming to mind for you. Is CBD safe? While the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA, has not yet approved cannabis as a medical treatment, leading medical institutions have been researching the medical benefits of cannabis. For example, the National Institute of Health has conducted extensive research on compounds from cannabis's ability to protect and heal brain tissue. According to recent studies, CBD also appears to have therapeutic potential in children especially who have anxiety, depression, and anger. We see that children and adults alike, both suffering from mental health conditions, seizures, pain, inflammation, and endocrine abnormalities, may all benefit from CBD. But CBD is not totally without its potential side effects. Just like how a cup of coffee may make you wake up and be ready for your day, coffee can help others prepare for a good night's sleep. While the chemical tends to evoke a sense of calm and increased self-awareness in CBD, every individual responds differently. Let's summarize our findings on CBD for kids. The CBD on the market is from hemp and not marijuana. CBD from hemp does not cause any feelings of being high. CBD has been shown to reduce cortisol stress hormone. CBD also reduces fight, flight, freeze hormones, epinephrine, and norepinephrine. CBD promotes serotonin and thus can relieve depression. CBD reduces anxiety and panic. CBD can also reduce anger and frustration. When it comes to managing symptoms in your child, it's important to always talk to your pediatrician before starting a new regimen. While CBD may be helpful, the research is still in its infancy, and it's important to determine if CBD is a good fit before starting supplementation. Additionally, it's important to also look for variables for why your child may be struggling. For example, is there bullying at school? Is your child struggling with classes? Is there stress in the home? Any recent changes in your child's life? Is your child dealing with grief or trauma? Are there any health issues going on, or is your child anxious or depressed? Remember, quality is everything. Be sure to use brands that have high integrity in quality control studies and that are also free of chemicals, additives, coloring, and other ingredients. You will have the best success with the best quality CBD on the market. In conclusion, the research on CBD for kids to help with anger, anxiety, depression, and overall wellness looks promising, but there is no one-size-fits-all approach. So do your research and find an excellent integrative health clinician to advise you on your unique needs and the needs of your family. And always stop back often for more articles, research, and topics. You can find it at drnicolecain.com.